And to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon.
Hi everybody, Ira Miller here with ERA Grizzard Real Estate, the Village's expert. I'm coming to you today from our office because today I want to do an updated version of my community development district / bond video I did, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago. So I just felt like I really kind of needed to give a little more information, detail things a little bit more, and bring as much information as I can about the community development district and how the bonds work and how the community development district works. So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to start off with the state statutes that govern the community development district. So I have it here. I brought it up online. Chapter 190 in the 2019 Florida statutes governs and covers the community development districts. So all you analytical types, if you want to read everything about the community development district here in the Villages, there you go, okay? So let's see. So this is, these are all the different chapters in Chapter 190. And so it tells you all about the community development districts. But I think most people are interested mostly in the bonds. So let's get started with the community development district. What is the community development district? It is a state government, okay? So you usually have county governments. You usually have city governments. You have HOAs. And so there was something kind of missing in very large communities that really weren't large enough to be a city, their own city, but they're actually a little too large for a homeowners association to govern. So actually, Walt Disney, when he developed Walt Disney World 60 miles south of us here in Disney World, he got a bunch of lawyers together and they came up with the community development district because what he wanted to do was he wanted some kind of assistance in development. All right? He had this vision, but he needed help with monetary assistance. So here's how the community development districts work. What they do is they'll go, now as a state government, they can take out a bond. They can borrow money in the form of a bond, and they can go ahead and put together a community like, well, where are we here? Like this, all right? This is the new area in the Finney area. Okay, so this is what the community development district does, not the developer. The developer builds the homes and sells the homes. The community development district, in this instance, does all the infrastructure, the streets, the curbs, the street lights, the storm drains, all the underground utilities. All that is done by the community development district, and then the community development district, again, monetizes that by borrowing money in the form of a bond, and then the community development district will go ahead and assess every home site a portion of that bond. And so that's how the bonds came about. And why did the developer of the Villages do that? Well, it was kind of smart business. He doesn't have any out-of-pocket expenses for infrastructure, okay? Then, next, this helps his homes look like they don't cost as much as what a normal developer would have to charge for their homes, because typical developers, they put their own infrastructure in, then they build the house, and then they go and they take the price that it costs to build that lot, add it to what it cost them to build the home, put, some kind of profit margin in there, and they sell the house. Well, the villages, they don't have to put the cost of the infrastructure in the price of their homes. That's already paid for in the form of the bond. So when you buy a home from the villages, you're just paying for what it costs them to build the house, for the property that they paid for. So they bought the property. Then they had the community development district come in and do all the infrastructure. And then they built the house. So that bond amount, a lot of people, may or may not even factor that in with the cost of the home. Most people don't think of it that way. Most people just think, all right, I'm paying $350,000 for a home, and they disregard the $30-something thousand for the bond. So that's kind of why that works, in my opinion. Good business sense. That makes a lot of sense to me. So, they went ahead and they did exactly what they needed to do. All right, so this is what the Community Development District does. They develop all the site work, they pay for it with a bond, and then they assess every home site. So let's take an example of what a typical home site looks like. Well, so let's do this. This home is for sale in the Villages of Finney. It's 2605 Fussell Way. This is on the market for $468,500. It was built in 2019. Why somebody's selling a brand new home? That's another video. Anyways, so in my taxes video, I showed you how to come over here to the tax ID, click on this blue number, up pops this screen, you scroll down to the county treasurer, you click on the blue link here, and this will tell you what your taxes look like. Now, this is a brand new neighborhood, has not been sold yet. It's still owned by Villages of Lake Sumter Incorporated. And what I can tell you is, they're only charging you in this tax bill for just the lot. So because this is a brand new property, the tax bill only will charge you for the lot for this year. Next year, they'll be charged for the house and the lot. And so it'll be a whole lot higher. So for our purposes, in Unit 5F, which is for Finney, you have what's called a maintenance fee of $734.36, and your bond is $1,717.80 for a total of $2,452.16. That's added to your tax bill. This is called non-ad valorem assessments. These are ad valorem taxes. So this is your tax bill up here. Taxes for this is only $763.52 for this year because, again, they're only taxing you for the lot for this year. But this is what your Community Development District CDD assessments are for this particular property for this example, okay? So $734.36 in the form of maintenance. What that is the maintenance takes care of the common areas. Now, being in a brand new area, the landscaping is not mature, it hasn't really been established, so it takes more water, more fertilizer, more maintenance from people to take care of the maintenance. So it is a little bit higher, $734 in this newer area a year. where typically it's about $534. That's typical in the pre-owned homes. And again, this bond, let's look at this bond. This bond is up here. So this bond was $28,338.87. That was the portion of the total bond that it cost to develop this neighborhood. 2019, you'll pay $1,717.80 in 2019. It goes, well, this is actually goes up, and then before it goes down. I don't know why, I guess whatever their algorithms are for this amortization schedule as it goes down, but you'll pay for this over 30 years. And if we look over here, there's an interest rate of 3.90%. So you're paying interest on that bond. So the bond that was $28,000, by the time you're finished, you'll have paid $50,364.95 if you paid for it for the whole 30 years. So this is how the bonds work. This is the bond amortization. You find that in your districtgov.org. This is where you'll find all that information. I provided that in the last video that I had, but when I go to districtgov.org, it takes me to the Villages Community Development District. Over here on the sidebar, I look for residential bond assessment information. Then it brings me to this sidebar. I want to see what my amortization schedule is. I'll come over here, and that's where I find my unit number 5F, which is what this one particular property was. And that's right here, okay? And then that's where we got this. Now, that's District 12. I was kind of curious. They're already up here. They're already down to Unit 43. I went ahead and looked up unit number 38. They've developed the area, but I don't think there's any houses in there. I don't know. But anyways, the bond for Unit 38, V, $33,329.75. So you can see bonds are, the cost of infrastructure is going up, up, up as they get into these newer areas. What I can tell you is anything north of 44, you probably have about a $19,000 bond, and as you go further north and you get into the older properties, the amount of the bond goes down, not only because it's been paid for over the years, but because it started out lower to start with, okay? So that's everything about the bonds and how they came about. Excuse me, and the maintenance fees, okay? So let's kind of go into the amenity fee. So we talked about maintenance fees, takes care of the common areas in the villages. We talked about the bond assessments. That's your portion of paying for what the community development district put in your neighborhood, put the infrastructure in your neighborhood. That's your portion of paying for that infrastructure cost. And now you have those are yearly fees, those are annual fees. Now you have a monthly fee here in the villages. It's called an amenity fee. And the amenity fee is $159 a month. And it pays for all your recreational activities, like your recreation centers, your swimming pools. You have adult, family sports pools. It pays for the executive golf courses. Now, the villages says you can golf for free on their executive courses, but you have to walk them to not pay for And anyways, those executive courses, they're not really free because they fall in the $159 a month amenity fee, right? So they're not really free, but they say they're free, and it is what it is. Now, if you want to drive your golf cart, I'd say probably 75% of the people, maybe 85% of the people here have a golf cart. If you golf and you want to drive your golf cart on that executive golf course, you'll have to pay a trail fee. And if you want to pay as you play, it's like $10 a person on that golf cart. So it'd be 20 bucks for 2 people on the golf cart to play on an executive course. Or you can pay a trail fee. And the trail fee is like $150 a year. And then that's unlimited golf cart use on the executive golf courses. The amenity fee also pays for the people who are at the guard stations. So those gates that have guards there, that pays for them. The community watch people who drive around in the trucks, it pays for them to drive around and look for deed restriction violations. And at the same time, they're looking for people who might not be doing what they're supposed to be doing here. Not much of that, but maybe that's why. All right, so that's what your amenity fee pays for. What it doesn't pay for, it doesn't pay for the fitness centers and the recreation centers. That's a separate fee. It doesn't pay for the championship golf courses that are here. That's pay as you play, and each course has a different price point. And at different times of the year, it's different prices as well. So that's pretty much what it doesn't pay for the country club pools either. The amenity fee does not pay for the country club pools, a priority pool membership, or if you have a priority golf membership or a priority tennis membership. That's where your country club pools get paid for. So only those people with priority memberships. And I think I did a video on golf, and we talked about priority memberships in Golfing in the Villages video. So if you want, you can find that video, and it'll tell you more about the priority memberships. All right, so I think that pretty much covers it for everything you ever wanted to know about the Community Development District. If you have any questions that maybe I forgot to cover or I didn't cover, hey, feel free to call me. My direct cell phone is 352-454-9561. People are surprised when they call and I'm answering the phone. But that's me, that's my cell phone. I will, if I'm not working with people, I will answer that phone. A lot of times I transfer it to my assistant, but he'll let me know you called. I'll give you a call back if that happens to be the case. You could also text me, and if I am working with people, if I get a break, I'll go ahead and try to text you back whatever your question is. You can also email me, homesaroundthevillages@gmail.com. is my email address. And please visit my website, homesaroundthevillages.com. There's a wealth of information for you there on my website. You can sign up on my website. You can become one of my customers. I'd love to have you. I'd love just kind of log in, go ahead and fill out the form there, and we'll give you a call or text message or whatever, thanking you for signing up and seeing maybe if you have any questions. So, thank you for watching. If you're a new viewer, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel here. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. Hit the little bell icon up there. That'll notify you each and every time I have a new video like this. I look forward to hearing from you. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.